Star Wars Battlefront is the best-selling Star Wars video game franchise ever, after having made two incredible installments that kept outselling any other Star Wars game. You think the road for a third game would be well paved, but you thought wrong. In this video I will attempt to fill you in on all things Battlefront as we eagerly anticipate the release of the third one, scheduled for release on November 17th, 2015, a full decade after the second one. In development since 2002 by Pandemic Games, the original Star Wars Battlefront, released in September of 2004, was a groundbreaking title. Borrowing heavily from games such as Battlefield, the game was set in iconic Star Wars locations and enormous maps. The game featured scenes from every Star Wars film except Episode 3, which hadn't yet been released at the time. The main game mode was Conquest, which played much like Battlefield, but with its own flavour and atmosphere to it. The game also featured the Galactic Conquest mode, in which the player could choose a faction and set out to dominate the galaxy by winning games on each planet. The game itself was a commercial and critical success. Fast forward to April 21st, 2005, during the third Star Wars iteration, Battlefront 2 is announced and scheduled for an October release. The game is set to improve on its predecessor by including space battles, content from the latest film and playable heroes, and these additions improved the game vastly and made it a whole new experience. Galactic Conquest was much revamped on a bigger scale to include all the new planets and space battles, and the hero system was brilliant, having a depleting health bar for the hero that only replenishes once a kill is obtained. More great additions were Hunt mode, which allowed one team to play as a planet's native species and the other to play as regular soldiers or a rival species. The game outsold its predecessor by a mile. In 2006, a rumour surfaced that Free Radical Design would take on the task of a third Battlefront game, set to be for the next generation of consoles. However, nothing surfaced until 2008, when a leaked gameplay trailer of the game's beta stage appeared everywhere on the internet. The game was set to feature seamless space-to-ground combat and an even bigger scale than in the past. It was scheduled for some time in 2009, but sadly never saw the light of day due to Free Radical filing bankruptcy shortly after, having taken a big loss on their newest title, Haze. Battlefront was subsequently canned, and nothing was heard until a rumour surfaced that Rebellion Development was making the third game from scratch. Those rumours turned out to be untrue once we found out that yes, Rebellion were developing Battlefront games, but it wasn't the third one we all were expecting, and instead was two PSP titles, which included several features from what we had seen in the leaked trailer, but of course they were severely watered down due to the PSP's limitations. Nothing was heard until 2012, when it was rumoured that Spark Unlimited was making the game due to some leaked concept art. However, we would find out later that they were developing Lost Planet 3 and not Battlefront. Fast forward to March 2013, when a leaked trailer of Star Wars First Assault surfaced. The game was developed by LucasArts and would be the spiritual successor to Battlefront 2, having many of its key features. However, shortly after, LucasArts was shut down and the game was canned yet again. The wait wouldn't be too long this time though, as we had found out that EA had acquired the rights to Star Wars games for the next decade, and at E3 2013 we finally got a solid announcement. Battlefront is being developed by DICE, the creators of Battlefield, the very series Battlefront drew inspiration from. Nothing again until E3 2014, where we were shown a developer's diary of the crew's experience working on the game, as well as a promise we would see more in spring 2015. It is now spring 2015 and we have seen more. Star Wars Battlefront is set to release on November 17th, 2015 for PS4, Xbox One and PC.